Once again, welcome to accountancy class, grade 11. So the past 3 weeks we have discussed about special purpose book, nothing but subsidiary books, discussed about different types of books. What is the cash book and purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, then finally sales return book. So fifth one is very important, journal proper. So what is the meaning of journal proper? Why it is called journal proper? What is the necessity for doing the journal proper? See, the name itself, journal proper, means you want to categorize journal entries apart from these 4 types, as a cash book, purchase return book, sales return book. Okay. So apart from that, why you are going to prepare journal proper? That's what. So under the journal proper, before that, we are going to know the meaning. So simply we know. So what is journal proper? A book maintained to record transaction which do not find place in special journals. Understood? It is very important. So do not find place in special journal is known as journal proper or journal residual. So which is unable to locate in the 4 types of book, as a cash book, purchase return book, sales return book. So that's what we are going to do for journal proper. So under journal proper, there are 5 categories, 5 classification. We will see one by one. What is the meaning of opening entry? The first one is opening entry. Here, what is the meaning of opening entry under the journal proper? See, whenever to record opening balance of assets, liabilities and capital for previous year to next accounting period or current period. So what is the accounting period? You know, so accounting period starts April to March next year. For example, this is the accounting period. So what is the previous year? Previous year what? Maybe it starts from 2019 to March 2020. Okay, after that, again going to record to April 2020. That is called opening entry. So whatever the previous year balances as assets, liabilities and capital are going to record subsequently in a current accounting period. That's why it is called opening entry. We will see one by one the example, the exact discussion about what's the meaning of opening entry. Now understood? Under journal proper, first one is opening entry. So what is the meaning of opening entry? To record opening balance of our assets and liabilities and capital. Okay, that's what it is called opening entry. So how to start set of books for the current accounting period. The next one, adjustment entry. It's very important one. Why it is called adjustment entry? So whenever it's adjustment entry, this word is very important, accrual basis. So understood that? We discussed the 13 concept, the accrual basis, 3 basic assumptions. So what is the meaning of accrual basis? Whether we can paid or payable or received or receivable for any income, we are going to record. Further, we are going to prepare adjustment entries to record the transaction in a particular accounting period. So understood. That also going to discuss one by one. Then rectification entries. This one is very important one. We are going to discuss detailedly for the trial balance and rectification of errors, subsequent chapters. Correct. So the rectification entry is very important. So what is the meaning of rectification of entries? To rectify errors. Any errors recording in the books of original entry, we want to rectify. So mistakenly we returned any entry, we can't remove the entry. Correct. So whatever entry record is recorded only. So how to adjust, how to rectify the errors, we are going to pass further journal entry. That's what we are going to discuss detailedly under rectification of errors. So very important chapter, very important discussion. We should know how to rectify. So how you know to rectify? First of all, we should know how to form journal entries. Once you are strong in journal entries only, you can be able to understand rectification of errors, rectification entries. Under rectification entries, we are going to discuss rectify errors. That is very important. Third classification under journal proper. Understood? Thereafter, transfer entries. What is the meaning of transfer entries? For example, every year, whatever you have recorded, all our expenses, all our incomes, transfer to where? Our trading and profit and loss account. We see in the structure of the accounts. So whatever balances occur per particular year are going to transfer respective trading and profit and loss account. For that, we are going to use help of this one, transfer entries. So how to transfer that entries. Okay. Finally, other entries. We discuss. So what is other entries which is not coming under this 4-1? As opening entry, as adjustment entries, as rectification entries or transfer entries. Anything which is not located under the 4 entries are going to pass with the help of other entries. Now understood, and in a journal proper, there are 5 type of entries. One is coming under opening entry, as adjustment entry, thereafter rectification entries, thereafter transfer entries, finally other entries. So this is very important one as a general proper. You should know the reason behind for that why you are going to pass these entries to record the transaction. Okay, that's what one by one that we are going to discuss. Okay. Okay, under general proper, our first discussion going to be opening entry. Now take your NCERT book, page number 158, sum number 18. Just to see there, page number 158, sum number 18. Page number 158, sum number 18. Okay, so what they are giving the information, see the following balances of ledger of Mrs. Marble Traders on April 1, 2017. So they are going to record, see they given what cash in hand 6,000, cash at bank 12,000, bills receivable 7,000. Then Ramesh, they are putting the bracket credit. That means he is the creditor 3,000. Then stock, nothing but our closing stock as a goods end of the year 5,400. Then bills payable, how much? 2,000. Rahul, he is one of the debtor. See the bracket they are putting TR, debtor. Okay. How much? Rahul 9,700. Thereafter, Himanshu, debit balance 10,000. So it is called journal entries. They are going to record April 1st, 2017. It's nothing but what? The previous year, it is the balances. Okay, now we are going to record as a date April 2017, April 2017, date is 1. So how to record? See, as you know, cash in hand. Okay, so cash in hand. Account data, how much? 6,000. 6,000. Okay, so debit, here, credit. Okay, then thereafter cash at bank. Cash at bank. Cash at bank, how much? 12,000. Okay, 12,000. Then bills receivable. So you can write debit side. Bills receivable. Account debit. How much? 7,000. Okay. Then they are given Ramesh within the bracket credit. So he is a creditor. So we can write it here. Okay. And we can write it here. So 2 how much? 3,000. So he is a creditor. Then stock. So you can write it here, stock. You have to give some spaces. So here you have to write it 2. Account how much? 3,000. Okay. Thereafter stock. So maybe stock account debit 5,400. Okay, then bills payable, you have to write credit. It is bills receivable, here bills payable. You are going to pay creditors. Bills payable, bills payable account, how much? 2,000. Okay, then Rahul. So they are debtors. So Rahul account debtor, how much? 9,700. Then Himanshu account debtor 10,000. Okay, that's what they give on the information. Now let's see, as an opening entry, what is a missing figure? One. Second, whether our debit and credit is tallied. So debit is more than the credit side, isn't it? So as a debit side, what is the total here? Just to see it. So our debit side is total is what? 0, 7 plus 4, 1, 11, 1, 6 plus 1, 7, 9, 16, 21, 30. As 3, 1 plus 1, 4, 5. So total is 15,100. But here only how much? Only 5,000. So difference is what? That you know already, our accounting equation is what? Capital is equal to, missing figure is what? To capital account. To capital account. So capital is equal to assets minus so what is the equation here? You know already as accounting equation. See, capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. It's not accounting equation. You know what is asset is equal to capital plus liabilities. Here missing figure is what? So capital account is a balancing figure. You want to find out now. Balancing figure. So what is our asset value? Our asset is 50,100. Our liabilities is what? Just 5,000 only. So naturally, what is my capital? Capital is equal to what? 50,100 minus my liabilities. So it is coming under 45,100. Understood? So what is my capital account balancing figure? 45,100. So naturally, my total become now 50,100. Now understood? So it's what our opening entry. We are going to record what? See here, balance of our assets. So this is all our assets. Okay, these Rahul account, they are called what? This 2-1 is what? They are nothing but what? Debtors. Okay, that's what we recorded balance of assets when? April 1st. So this is nothing but what is accounting period? Suppose this one. So April to next year March. So it will start when? 1st April 2017 to next year 31/3/2018. You understood? That's what our opening entry as April 1st 2017. We are going to record the assets. That's why they recorded assets. Whenever they mention debit means they are the debtors here. Rahul account and Himanshu account is a debtor. Similarly, our liabilities. Okay. See, we recorded this 2 is liabilities. Okay. So this one with this one, Ramesh account is what? He is a creditors. That's why we are going to record in credit check. You understood now? Thereafter, asset. That's why here asset is a missing figure. 45,100. Our asset is a missing figure. You understood now? We record our assets and liabilities capital in a subsequent accounting period. That's what here. I'm going to write my previous year balances as a 31st March 2017. That's what I'm going to record. April 1st 2017. Under what is my cash in hand and cash at bank and bills receivable, stock account, thereafter Rahul account, thereafter Iman's account. Then these are the assets. Then liabilities are going to record to Ramesh account, to bills payable account, thereafter capital account. Here to capital account they are not given directly. Only we are going to calculate here with the help of this equation, accounting equation. Now we understood the meaning of opening entry. So we are going to utilize the journal proper. Under the journal proper, what is the meaning of opening entry? To record our opening balance of assets, liabilities and the capital with the help of these examples. That's what your book, page number 158, under question number 18, the first transaction are going to record journal entries. Thereafter, we are going to do what? Ledger accounts, correct? You want to open cash in hand. How to cash in hand account? You want to make two balance brought down, 6,000. Similarly, Ramesh account, you want to write buy balance brought down. Okay, so credit means you want to write opening what? Buy balance brought down. As opening means two balance brought down. Understood? That's what you are. Further, you can write the transaction during the month. They mentioned clearly, correct? Month of April, respectively. So this is called as an opening entry. How to record in our journal through journal proper. That's it is called journal proper. The first discussion, I hope that you understood. What's the meaning of opening entry now? In which situation we are going to record opening entries? Okay. Then next we are going to discuss what? Adjustment entries. Okay. Now we'll see what is the meaning of adjustment entries. The second one is adjustment entries under journal proper. This is a very, very important one, interesting one. So let's see one example. So usually take one example about rent. See, rent usually company has to pay every month. See, rent, we can say rent, you have to pay how much? Rupees 10,000 for every month. Every month of what? You want to pay rent, rupees 10,000 every month. Before 5th. That means what? Every month, 5th date. For example, this month is what? September. We are going to pay September rent for October 5th. Likewise, every month you have to pay rent. Let example, we are going as a March month. So March rent, when you are going to pay? Only March rent going to pay when? April 5th, 2020, isn't it? It's a March rent of 2020. You're supposed to pay when? Pay only on when? Only April. But you are going to record the rent account. So how we are going to record? That's why this adjustment entries helps. That's what this accrual basis is very, very, very important. That's why this concept is coming under adjustment entries. What is accrual basis? Whether paid or payable, received or receivable. I write the word here. See what is accrual basis? Whether paid or payable, received or receivable. You are going to account. Correct. So here as a rent, March month rent 2020. How much you have to pay? 10,000. But actually when you are going to pay? April 5th, 2020. So anyway March rent you are going to record. Otherwise what will happen? You will show the particular month, particular year, only 11 months only. See, this is for this one March means what is the accounting period? 2019 to 2020. So you are supposed to show how many months rent? 12 months. Suppose you are not recorded March, you are going to show only 11 months, isn't it? So your profit and loss account not shows correct profit. You are omitting one month because you are going to record actual payment is when? This month April. That's what end of the year you are going to prepare adjustment entries for this situation. How you are going to prepare? Now let's see. for this March rent of 2020, you are not going to pay the money, but you want to show in a book. How? That's what? Directly you have to pass what? 31st March 2020. So what is the entry? So rent account data, rent account data, how much? 10,000. Okay. Credit is what? You are not going to pay money. You are going to pay money only when? April 5th. But you are going to show rent. Oh, that's why you are going to write what? To rent outstanding. Rent outstanding account. Now understood? As a debit, credit, 10,000. So understood now? This entry. So here the rent outstanding is what? To update our balances for the particular year, end of the accounting year. This is what our adjustment entry. So here you want to show rent account for exact 31st March 2020. How much I am going to show rent account? 10,000. But credit is what? Rent outstanding account 10,000. So when I am going to pay usually every month 5th of previous month rent. Now this 5th, April 5th coming in the next accounting year, correct? So 5th April 2020. I am going to pay cash. See, to cash. Cash or bank. Cash or bank account. How much? 10,000. So what I am going to debit? Whether I am going to debit rent account? No. Already rent account I debited for the March month rent. So I am going to debit which one? This one. So rent outstanding account. This outstanding is what? March month rent. Rent outstanding account. With a 10,000. Understood? Narration being March rent paid. So understood? Outstanding March or outstanding rent. Outstanding rent. Being March outstanding rent. Now understood this debit, credit and debit. So what I earlier credited, now I am going to debit. So naturally my debit and my credit and debit cancel. So net effect is what? Rent account data to cash account. So understood? This is called adjustment entries. When? Especially for accrual basis. So what is accrual basis? As whether paid or payable. This one is payable. Correct. So this entry is called what? This is coming under payable. Here no cash. Only I am going to show how much I am going to pay rent as a rent account. Rent account data 10,000. Then to rent outstanding account. Then March, after the March, next year, anywhere this rent when I am going to pay 5th April 2020, I am not debiting rent account. Already rent account debited. So again I am going to debit rent account, you become confused. So 2 times it will come as a March, correct? So that's why what earlier I credited rent outstanding account, now I am going to debit rent outstanding account data to cash or bank account. If you cancel my credit and debit, net effect is what? Say rent account data to cash account. So understood now? That's what this is called adjustment entry. So adjustment entry is always every year, end of the month they are going to prepare any outstandings. Mostly adjustment entry is what? Mostly for the outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses. You understood? Outstanding expenses maybe rent, salary, correct? March month salary, they will pay April. So naturally you are going to pass the salary, same manner, salary account data to salary outstanding. So all outstanding expenses with the help of adjustment entries only are going to prepare for the journal entry. So recorded transaction. Then only end of the year you will get true fair and view of the preparation of the what? Trading and profit and loss account. Now understood the importance of adjustment entries with the example of our rent expenditure as a rent payable. How much? How they are going to pass March and April. Okay. March and April. So date is very important. See the entries, rent account data to rent outstanding. Here narration being March month rent provided. Correct. Now, naturally, your number of become what? Can become 12 months, not 11 months. When you are going to account this entry. Now understood the importance of adjustment entries under journal proper. Now let's see our subsequent one. Okay, just discussion. See, now third one is rectification entries. It's very, very important one. This one are going to study detailedly. One of the important chapter is called rectification of errors under untrial balance. Correct. It is coming in the 6th chapter. Okay. Anyway, here just idea. Rectification entries. So what is the meaning of here? To rectify errors in recording transaction. So how we are going to rectify? Here one example I am telling you. So for example, we are going to purchase of furniture for rupees 5,000 on cash. Okay. This is the business transaction. Purchase of furniture for rupees 5,000 on cash. So what happened? They recorded this transaction, purchases account data to cash. So 5,000 to cash account, 5,000. So narration being furniture purchase. So that's what they recorded. Now you will tell now whether this entry is correct entry. Let's see whether the passing of this journal entry is correct. If it is correct, how? If it is wrong, how? See here, purchase of furniture. So this is furniture is coming under what? It is a asset. See, any asset you purchase are going to debit only the particular specific asset only, not purchases. When you debit purchases, this one only the goods purchased. Correct? Only goods, not asset. Not asset. Understood? So whenever going to buy any goods, so for example, when you are doing furniture business, it is correct. Purchases account data to cash. But here you are going to purchase. You are not going to do furniture business, but you purchase a furniture. Coming under what? Assets naturally. That's what here very, very important. The goods what you are going to deal, you can debit purchase account. Otherwise what happen? Any assets, you want to specify the asset. So this is what? This is wrong entry. Isn't it? So it's a error occurred. So we can't clean like this. Then going to record correct entry. Okay, so what is the correct entry actually? Correct entry is what? Only the furniture account going to debit. So furniture account data to cash. Correct. This is what the exact correct entry. But this entry are going to record like this. Then you can't clean this entry as it is in our notebook or any transaction. Any transaction entered already, you can't delete like this. So to rectify, you are going to pass in one entry. What is that? So now understood what is the wrong entry, what's the correct entry. Now what is the rectification entry? Okay, that's what here very important. So as you know, which I am going to debit, not purchases, furniture only. Okay, so I am going to debit only the furniture account. How much? 5,000. Furniture account debit. So what is my credit? So earlier I done it mistake, debit. To reduce my purchases, here I am going to credit purchases account. To purchases account 5,000. narration being purchases or purchases wrongly debited earlier, now rectified. Okay, now understood the entry. So this is the wrong entry. Purchases account returned to cash account. So this was already you recorded. So actually what's the correct entry? This is the correct entry. Correct. This is the correct entry. Furniture account returned to cash account. Okay. So what will happen? You can't record this entry alone. So what will happen? Make it 2 times cash account will come. Then you want to rectify this also. So how we are going to rectify? That's what. As a furniture account, I am going to debit as usual. So I am going to debit it. Okay. So already my cash entry is also already passed. I don't want to disturb the cash account. So earlier I done it wrongly by purchase account. I am going to credit my purchases account. Understood? So this is credit, debit. Have you understood? So this is called rectification entry. So you have to clear first. Actually what happened? What wrongly posted? Journal entry. So wrong entry. Actually what is the correct entry? You should know according to our rules. Yes, this is the correct entry. Then what is my rectification entry? Under the this one, rectification entries. Rectify my error, recording of transaction. That's what. Furniture account returned to purchases account. So this rectification is one of the type. We are going to discuss detailedly in our rectification of errors. This is coming under error of principle. Okay, that's this one we are going to discuss detailedly that particular chapter. Here, as a running of our classification, now you can clearly understood the meaning of rectification entries under journal and proper with the example about this one. Have understood how we are going to rectify in the form of rectification entries. Okay. So opening entry you understood, thereafter adjustment entry understood, then rectification entries. The fourth one is what? Transferring entries. Now let's see how the example about transferring entry. Okay, just to see that. Now let's see fourth one, transfer entries. What is the meaning of transfer entries? So now with the example, you can able to understand clearly. See, as you know, as we maintain a number of accounts like purchases account. Okay. So maybe every month purchases, so March month totally keeping an accumulated. So I will say whatever the total purchases, whatever, I just write purchase account, say debit side, how much? To whatever the finally my purchases, whatever, some 1,10,000. Okay. So this is my whatever the total, this is the total of the end of the year. Then my purchase return account. Return account. Okay. Or I can say, you will say to balance brought down. To balance brought down. Maybe some 2,40,000. This is for the month of March. This is March 31st. Okay. Similarly, purchase return account by balance brought down some 50,000. Then that particular March month, March by maybe March. Some whoever purchase return, some party's name by Ashok. So some 10,000. Okay, this is what our next one. Similarly, sales account. Sales account, I will say by balance, sales always credit, isn't it? By balance brought down some 3,50,000. Then I sold one of the debtors 31st March. Okay. Some parties or whatever by cash or by cash, some 50,000. Month of March. Okay. Then by sales return account. sales return account, as we know, to balance brought down some 40,000. Then one of the parties they returned from. So we can mention some party Morgan. Account some 10,000. So this is the example about my purchases, sales, purchase return and sales return. So I say assets, liabilities and capital with the help of opening entries, that is the cumulative amount, cumulative figure. We keeping on transferred to every accounting year. But as a purchase and sales, you can going to transfer only the particular year, isn't it? So that's why these are the expenses and incomes are going to transfer only the particular year. So where we are going to transfer? That's what we are, with the help of the transfer entries we are going to record. So how we are going to close this entry? So whatever our assets, for example furniture, then whatever our motor car, then our debtors and creditors, that is a balances transfer to next year. But these balances we can't transfer to next year. So while we are preparing the purchase account, we want to know end of the year what is my purchases. So what you are going to prepare? Understood? What you are going to prepare for that? How I am going to close this? This one going to close where? That way it is very very important. See here, total is to 3,50,000 that year. So this is our March 2020. Okay. So end of March 2020, what is my purchases? 3,50,000. Where I am going to transfer? That is very important. That's why this I am going to transfer by trading account. 3,50,000. Similarly, purchase return 60,000. I am going to transfer this also to trading account. That one you can be able to understand. This is one of the final accounts you can know. Can we transfer where? By trading account. 60,000. Correct. Similarly, by total sales for the that year is how much? 4 lakhs. This I am going to transfer where? My trading account. 4 lakhs to trading account. Correct. Going to transfer my trading account. Similarly, my purchase return by trading. Okay. Similarly, any expenses, for example, particular year salary account is what? End of the year, to balance brought down, or end of the year maybe to balance brought down some 2,50,000, the salary of the whole year. This where I am going to transfer to by profit and loss account, isn't it? By profit and loss account. 2,50,000. Now understood? This is called, also that's what it is called closing entries. Also called closing entries. Now understood? The purpose of beginning transfer entries with the help of general proper. That's what here asset transfer entries. Apart from our assets and liabilities capital with the help of opening entry transfer to subsequent year. That is called permanent account. These accounts are called temporary accounts. Understood? This is all purchases are called temporary accounts. Temporary accounts. So these can be transferred to only the particular year to prepare for what? We are going to prepare financial statements, trading account, profit and loss account, and finally you know the balance sheet. Okay, so that we can transfer these balances, for that we are going to prepare journal entries. That is called transfer entries or closing entries. Now understood the purpose behind. Transfer entries are also called closing entries under the head of journal proper. Now finally you are going to see what is other entries. Okay, now let's see, that's what the example about here, transfer entries. Finally we are going to discuss other entries. See, finally, the last one, other entries. So why it is called other entries? The entries which are unable to disclose under opening entries, thereafter adjustment entries, thereafter rectification entries, then transfer entries, which is unable to disclose there. We can consider here as other entries. These are the some situations are going to cause the entries. What are the situations? See, one, at the time of dishonor of check. So what is the meaning of dishonor of check? For example, you are given a check to the supplier. So what will happen? Supplier going to deposit your check in your bank. So ultimately what the banker will say, there is no sufficient balance in your account. Naturally, check become bounce. You know that time is called what check become bounce. So what will happen that time? So your check may be cancelled. So at the time what will happen? When you pay for the check, we will allow for discount. Issued or allowed. That's what here. The time of a dishonor of a check, the entry for cancellation. So you want to cancel the entry. Okay, because of the dishonor of check. For which one? As said, discount received, discount allowed earlier. So what you allowed earlier as maybe in the form of discount allowed or discount received. Due to dishonor of check, you want to cancel that discount allowed and discount received. For that, the other entries will help. These are the first situation. You understood now. So what you allowed earlier, now you are going to reverse the entry. Understood? That's what here. Second one, purchase or sale of items on credit other than goods. What is here other than goods? Maybe assets. Purchase of assets. Okay. So you want to make it entry separately. That's what discussed earlier. Rectification entries. Correct. So usually purchase, sale only will mention purchases account, sales account. Apart from the purchase and sales, any purchases or sales other than the goods, you are going to pass a separate entry. Mostly it will come assets, correct? Purchase of assets or sale of assets. Then, third one, this you know very well, we already discussed it. Goods withdrawn by the owner for personal use. You know what is the entry? Drawings, account, data to purchases account. Understood? Purchases account. That's what we are going to make other entry for this exam. Correct? Personal use. This entry you know already. Because of the goods withdrawn by the owner for personal use, so this one, whenever personal, you want to make it immediately drawings account. Correct? Drawings account data to purchases account. You want to remove our purchases from our total purchases. That's what the effect of the third situation. What is fourth one? Goods distributed as a samples for sales promotion. So you will give some samples to the customer. Then only the customer ready to buy for more bulk order. Correct. For that definitely you have to give the sample to our customer. For that, how you are going to in the same manner, going to do what? You can mention even sales promotion account data to purchases. So here my credit, my purchases reduced the form of what? Given samples. We can mention here samples or sales promotion account. Either way you can mention. Now understood the situation, one of the fourth important situation. Thereafter, fifth one. This is coming under dishonor of bill of exchange. Also now this year as a deleted chapter 1. So endorsement of bill in dishonor, how you are going to give the effect as a promissory note. So you promise to pay some period of time. That and what will happen? That particular due date, you have no chance to pay, default. For that, what is the effect you are going to give under bill of exchange? This is one of the important separate chapter. So this one is deleted for this year. Okay, bill of exchange. Then transfer in respect of consignment. This is one of the important word, consignment and joint venture. What is the consignment? This also as a business dealing for the consignment. For bulk order, bulk goods are going to sell. And here you will say consignor and consignee. You will never say customer or purchaser like that. You will say consignor and consignee. That's what the word term here. Joint venture means what? Very easy one. For specific purpose, the two persons join together. After completion of the particular task over, they will dissolve the business. That's what is called joint venture. You know partnership, later on going to study higher classes. two persons, minimum two persons going to form the business. That is a continuous process. What is a joint venture? Only for the particular task they will join together. Once the completion of the venture over, the task is over, they dissolve the business. Okay. For that, we are going to pass the other and separate entries. Finally, you know already, any goods lost due to fire, theft or spoilage, you know, whatever you debit, credit what? To purchases account. Correct? You know already this. Purchases account. Suppose it is by fire, fire account debit to purchase account. Suppose goods lost by theft, loss on theft account debit to purchase account. Suppose any spoilage during the transit, any spoilage or any damage, you can say loss of spoilage account debit to purchase account. So understood now? These are the 7 situations. They will help of other entries. They are going to pass the journal entries. Now understood for the under journal proper 5 important entries. First one is opening entry. Second one is adjustment entry. Third one is very important and rectification entry. Then transfer entries, or you can say also called closing entries. Finally, other entries coming under. These are the 7 situations we are going to pass other entries. Now I hope that you understood detailedly with the examples. Definitely you can understood what is the meaning of journal proper under these 5 situation of the entries. Okay, I hope that you understood and very well. Please watch number of times. Generally, you can be able to understood this session. Later on, this will be useful for further discussion of the chapter. Okay, so thank you very much.